8 frozen yogurts you should question, and 3 real ones. Question the label. Decode your plate. Here's something that catches almost everyone at the Froyo shop. You choose frozen yogurt over ice cream because it feels like the lighter, healthier, guilt-free treat. That's the whole appeal, right? Yogurt is good for you, so frozen yogurt must be the smarter dessert. But a huge amount of frozen yogurt is sugar load for sugar load, right in the same territory as ice cream. And by the time you've built your cup, it can easily go well beyond it. At Culinary Cipher, we believe the truth is usually hiding in plain sight. Every ingredient tells a story, every label is a clue, and every health claim deserves a second look. Because better food choices don't begin with better marketing, they begin with better information. So before you fill that giant tub again, let's question what frozen yogurt really means, because the health halo on this one is doing a lot of heavy lifting. The whole marketing claim rests on the assumption that yogurt equals healthy. Real yogurt is milk and live cultures, and it can genuinely be good for you. But frozen yogurt is a dessert built around sugar, and the yogurt part is often a small player carrying a big reputation. Add the self-serve portions, the toppings, and the flavored bases, and a healthy Froyo can quietly become a sundae. Once you learn to question the sugar and the cultures rather than trusting the name, the whole shop looks different. Let's question the 8 to watch, and then the 3 actually worth reaching for. Number 1. The Froyo sugar content that rivals ice cream. Here's the core surprise. Because frozen yogurt is often lower in fat than ice cream, manufacturers frequently add more sugar to keep it tasting rich and satisfying. So gram for gram, plenty of frozen yogurt carries as much sugar as the ice cream it's supposedly a healthier alternative to, sometimes more. Question the assumption that Froyo is automatically lighter, because trading fat for sugar is not the clear when it sounds like. Number 2. The Froyo self-serve portion trap. At self-serve shops, you hold the lever, and those tubs are enormous. What feels like a modest swirl can easily be 3 or 4 actual servings by the time you're done, and you're charged by weight. So the machine and the pricing both quietly encourage you to pile it high. Question the size of what you're actually eating, because even a reasonable Froyo becomes a big dessert when the cup is the size of a mixing bowl. Number 3. The Froyo toppings that turn frozen yogurt into a sundae. The topping bar is where a healthy choice goes to pieces. Crushed candy, cookie dough, chocolate chips, syrups, and sauces can double the sugar and calories of the yogurt underneath in seconds. Even the fruit is often sitting in syrup. Question every scoop from the topping bar, because the yogurt may be the least of what ends up in your cup once you've decorated it. Number 4. The non-fat Froyo flavors that are loaded with sugar. Non-fat frozen yogurt sounds like the virtuous pick, but pulling the fat out usually means pushing the sugar up to keep it tasting good, plus adding thickeners for body. You feel responsible choosing non-fat while eating something sweeter than the full-fat version. Question what replaced the fat, because non-fat on a dessert almost always means more sugar, hiding behind a healthy-sounding word. Number 5. The Froyo that's missing live cultures. The entire health case for yogurt rests on live active cultures, the beneficial bacteria. But freezing and processing can reduce them, and some frozen yogurt contains only a token amount, or has been treated in ways that leave few live cultures behind. Question whether a Froyo actually delivers meaningful live cultures, often shown by a live and active cultures seal, because without them, you're mostly eating sweet, cold, yogurt-flavored dessert. Number 6. The yogurt flavor versus real yogurt frozen desserts. Some frozen treats lean on a yogurt-like tang that comes more from added acids and flavorings than from a generous amount of actual cultured yogurt. The tartness reads as yogurt to your taste buds while the real yogurt content stays low. Question whether the tang is coming from real yogurt or from flavoring, because the sour note you associate with health can be manufactured. Number 7. The no sugar added Froyo flavors. These swap sugar for artificial sweeteners like sucralose or sugar alcohols, which cut the sugar but add their own considerations, and sugar alcohols in particular can cause stomach upset for some people in larger amounts. The base is still an engineered dessert with a longer ingredient list. Question what's doing the sweetening, because no sugar added changes the sweetener, not the fact that you're eating a processed treat. Number 8. The tart, original Froyo flavor that still carries a heavy sugar load. Even the plain, Tart froyo that tastes less sweet often contains a solid amount of sugar. The tartness just balances it, so you don't notice. People treat the original tart flavor as the diet option and then pile on toppings, confident it's fine. Question the plain flavor too, because tasting less sweet is not the same as being low in sugar, and the numbers can still surprise you. Now let's be fair, because the goal is to enjoy dessert with clear eyes, not to swear off froyo. Frozen yogurt is a delicious treat, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with having one. If you love it, love it. The only problem is the health halo, the belief that it's a genuinely healthy choice rather than a dessert, which leads people to eat big portions loaded with toppings while thinking they're being virtuous. Treat it as the fun dessert it is, and it's a perfectly good thing to enjoy. The trouble only starts when a dessert gets mistaken for health food. It's also worth knowing that the healthiest version of this treat is one you can make at home in about a minute, which reframes the whole shop. Blend frozen fruit, bananas, berries, mango, with a spoonful of plain yogurt, and you get a thick, cold, naturally sweet frozen treat with real fruit, real yogurt, and no added sugar at all. It scratches exactly the same itch as a froyo cup, costs a fraction as much, and you know precisely what's in it. Once you realize how easy the real thing is, the health halo marketing at the shop starts to feel a lot less convincing. It won't replace a night out with friends, but for an everyday craving, it quietly wins. There's one more comparison worth making head-on, because it settles the whole, which is healthier, debate people have at the counter. Line up a serving of frozen yogurt next to a serving of ice cream. And here's the honest picture. The ice cream usually has more fat, and the frozen yogurt usually has more sugar, and the total calories often land close together. Neither is a health food, and neither is clearly the villain. So the choice between them isn't really a health decision at all. It's a preference. Do you want the richer, creamier one or the tangier, lighter-feeling one? Once you stop treating froyo as the good choice and ice cream as the bad one, you can just pick whichever you actually enjoy more, in a sensible portion, and stop pretending one of them counts as being good to yourself. That reframe is oddly freeing, because it lets you enjoy the treat you truly want instead of dutifully eating the one with the better reputation and then going back for seconds. So here are 3 real ones worth reaching for. First, real frozen Greek yogurt with a short label. In the freezer aisle, look for frozen yogurt that lists real yogurt or milk and cultures near the top, keeps the added sugar reasonable, and ideally carries a live and active culture seal. When the label reads like actual yogurt that happens to be frozen, rather than a sugar-first dessert, you found the honest version. Short list, real yogurt leading, sugar in check. Second, make your own nice cream. Blend frozen fruit with a little plain yogurt or milk for an instant soft serve style treat. It's naturally sweet from the fruit, packed with real ingredients, and endlessly customizable. This is the cleanest, cheapest option there is, and it turns a sometimes dessert into something you can enjoy far more freely, because it's basically fruit and yogurt. Third, plain yogurt with fruit, frozen into pops or bark. Stir fruit into real plain yogurt, then freeze it in pop molds or spread it thin on a tray to make frozen yogurt bark. You get the cold, creamy, tangy treat with control over every ingredient and only the natural sweetness of the fruit, plus whatever small drizzle of honey you choose. It's a genuinely healthy frozen snack that actually lives up to the froyo image. Here's the quick rule to carry into the shop or the freezer aisle. The name frozen yogurt will do all the healthy-sounding work, but question it. Watch the portion size, go easy on the topping bar, check the sugar line, and look for real yogurt and live cultures rather than a yogurt-flavored, sugar-first base. The moment you realize the sugar matches the ice cream and the cup is the size of a bowl, you know exactly what you're really eating. It isn't dangerous and nobody's saying skip dessert. The point is simpler than that. You deserve to know whether you're eating a health food or a sundae wearing yogurt's good name. You don't need to give up frozen yogurt tonight. Just question the cup the next time you're standing at the machine. A reasonable portion, lighter toppings, real yogurt, and live active cultures. That's the whole check. So the next time you build a frozen yogurt, be honest about how much sugar and how many toppings really made it into your cup. Then tell me in the comments whether it still felt like the healthy choice by the end. I genuinely want to know how big those cups really get, because that's what Culinary Cypher is all about. We're not here to take the fun out of food or tell you dessert is off limits. We're here to help you separate a product's reputation from its reality. When you understand what's behind the health claims, you're free to enjoy treats for what they are. Make choices that fit your goals, and spend your money on products that earn your trust, not just your assumptions. Question the label. Decode your plate. Because every ingredient is a clue, every label tells a story, and every informed choice helps build a more transparent food system. We'll see you in the next investigation.